Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. Oh. My first guest, I'm so excited. Her name is Maureen, and our kids have gone to preschool together, and I am so excited to start cooking with her right now.
Hi.
Yay, hi, how are you?
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so do you know why I asked you to be my first guest?
No, I don't. I would love to know why.
Okay, so you're my first guest because it was about 4 years ago that you asked me to come help you make a flourless chocolate cake, and your 4-year-old at the time came into the kitchen and I instructed him and he fully made the flourless chocolate cake.
Yes, totally.
Okay, ever since then, my inspiration to do a show like this and show people how easy it is, like a 4-year-old could do it. He and I had such a ball.
Yes, I totally remember this.
Yes, so that is why I invited you. And yeah, let's get started. So today we are making a molten chocolate cake, which is a little different than the flourless chocolate cake because we're gonna be eating it warm. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, apron time, let's go. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do every single time on this show is turn the oven on.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Now, I just wanna remind everyone, all ovens are very different, but this particular recipe calls for 375 Fahrenheit. And the reason why we're gonna go high on the temperature is because we want it to bake quickly on the outside and not so quickly on the inside because we're going for a molten cake. If we turn the oven down to say like 300, it's gonna bake more even. But because we want these to be molten on the inside, we're gonna go high on the temperature. Convection or not, we're gonna go 375. Awesome.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Next we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the equipment. This is called our mise en place, mess in place. Let's get our mess in place. Okay, so we are gonna have a bowl. I love these portion scoops. We'll go into those a little bit more. So I told you I don't want you to go out and buy anything. So depending on what you have, a muffin pan, some teacups or even mugs, some silicone standalone muffin cups, or we have these ramekins. We also have some containers to measure into and to separate our eggs. We've got 1 cup and a 1/4 cup measuring. I've got a 1/2 teaspoon. I've got a little sifter. We've got a rubber spatula and a whisk.
Amazing.
Pretty basic.
Okay. How do you know when to use a scale or not a scale?
Scale is going to be more accurate than measuring. So measuring is a volume measurement. So when you're measuring in volume, different types of products, say like flour versus sugar, the weight is very different. Okay. And so it's more consistent if you use a scale. But today we're gonna show everyone how to measure properly as you can instead of using a scale. All right, and here are the ingredients. There's not very many. So we've got powdered sugar. We have some all-purpose flour. We have some eggs. Ginger Elizabeth hot chocolate. This is a 53% semi-sweet chocolate. We have some butter, and I've got some salt right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get our chocolate and our butter melted first. I'm choosing to use a double boiler. People can also do this in the microwave. We're gonna put it over here. This is our pot and has about 1 inch of boiling water in it, and we're gonna heat it that way. We've got 2 sticks of butter.
Okay.
Get that in there. Yep.
Measuring.
1 1/4 cup of the Ginger Elizabeth hot chocolate mix.
Okay, great. 53%. All
yes.
Right.
Which is technically semi-sweet. I know, it's so good.
It smells so good.
Okay, so you can kind of pour it over and then we're just gonna shake it level.
I'm doing 1 cup.
You're gonna do 1 cup and then we're gonna do another 1/4 cup. Put that in.
Okay, with a few extras, sorry.
Why not? And then let's do 1/4 of that. Perfect.
Beautiful, so 1 1/4 cups chocolate.
Okay, let's get this on the double boiler.
Okay.
Okay, and I have this on medium heat, not a super aggressive high heat because you don't want to burn your chocolate.
Okay.
We're using a 53% couverture chocolate. Couverture chocolate means that it has at least 28% cocoa butter in it. Cocoa butter can burn. As far as couverture chocolate, we're gonna have to do an entire segment on that because it's like, that's what we use and that's what's gonna That's what we're going to get everyone
everywhere.
excited about, you know, because we're using this very specific chocolate that has this very specific mouthfeel for very specific reasons. But that's why we're using the Ginger Elizabeth hot chocolate. And you'll see when this melts, it's going to be, even though it has butter in it, it's going to be very beautiful. This recipe does call for 5 yolks and 5 eggs. So we're going to get separating.
All right.
It does call for 10 eggs. So it is a little bit of a large recipe. And I'm going to show you at the end how you can store these and freeze them for months and then just pop them in the microwave.
Great.
But you can also cut this recipe down in half. Let's separate 5 of the eggs.
Okay.
5 different tips. This is like, you know, yep, you got it. Okay, I'm going to show you one little trick.
Please do.
You do have to do it with cold eggs though. So a lot of people will just be like, oh, and it didn't even work. It just literally split. That's why you don't do it. Okay, hold on though. I'm gonna show you. I'm still gonna show you this trick. But now if we have a big yolk in our whites, what do? You're actually gonna take the shell and it'll cut through the membrane. Let's see how good I do.
Oh, nice. That's impressive.
I saved it.
All right.
Typically, if the eggs are very cold, it's just kind of another way that I've seen people do this. We don't really do it in the industry, but you go like this and you just put them through your hand. Another fun way is to, and some people do this, you use that as a little sifter.
Not afraid to get dirty.
Not afraid to get dirty. Let's just crack the other 5 eggs.
Their yolks,
yeah,
they're so pretty.
They are pretty. They're very pretty eggs. Okay, so let's come over here. I'm going to turn this down. It's boiling pretty rapidly. Whenever you're whisking chocolate, okay, I want you to start in the center, make small little movements, and then work your way to the outside. Okay.
This is beautiful.
Now you can do this in the microwave, and what I would recommend is obviously you have to use a microwave safe bowl, and then you put it in for like a minute because the microwave can burn chocolate too. So you put it in for a minute, stir it, put it in for another 30 seconds, stir it, put it in for another 30 seconds. But once again, it will eliminate this. But I'm old school and I love my double boilers.
Do you have to use a metal bowl? Could you do it in a glass bowl, or is there a difference?
Yeah, glass doesn't conduct heat as well as metal. So I like metal bowls, and that's why we're using one today. But you absolutely can do it in a glass bowl.
Okay, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's so pretty. Because we don't want to do extra dishes, I'm going to use the butter dish to put my whisk into and lay it on, because I can't stand my counters getting dirty. I'm going to show everyone how my grandmother would measure cups, and it really is the best way to measure cups if you're not going to use a scale.
Okay.
Because what happens is when you compound,
that's how I usually scoop.
That's how usually like everyone else. Yeah, you're a scooper. So if you're a scooper, I'm going to show you a way to scoop nicely.
Okay.
Okay. Here's some nice scooping.
Gentle with the sugar.
Okay, you go fluff, 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 all the way down, and then scoop and go like that.
You don't want it like packed and
You don't want to pack anything down, because when you're doing that, you're pushing it down. My grandma used to do, which I still love. You're gonna get your flour in without scooping. She used to take a knife and go like that, because once again, what she's just like leveling out if there was any air pockets in there, and then go ahead and isn't that nice? So we're gonna put 2 and a 1/4 cup in here, and then we're gonna sift that.
Okay, perfect. So did you learn a lot of your baking skills from your grandma?
Yes, and my mom. So I used to sit on the counter with my mom when I was young, and we would, muffins were my mom's big thing, and then bread. So my mom was a quick bread lady, and my grandma was a yeast bread lady. Okay. So I got, you know, the best of both worlds. And so there you go, perfect. And then do that.
That's a good little trick.
What I like to do when we sift is I like to press. This is a double mesh. If you have a single mesh, it's gonna go through quicker.
Okay.
We're gonna sit here and do this for a minute. So I like to press, press, shake, tap. Press, press, shake, tap, and it'll get it through. You can also just sit here and like use the back of your hand and press it through, or you can go to your grandmother's attic and get one of those sifters. But I mean, you don't have to buy it. Yeah, just ransack your grandmother's house and find an old sifter, because how cool are those? And I might have to go get one, because they're very helpful, like in tight situations, you know?
Okay.
Like this, we have a little small narrow bowl. See how and you can use the back of your hand, just like kind of press and shake.
This is so pretty too. It's like snow.
It is snow.
Yeah.
Speaking of snow, let's go skiing soon.
Yes, please.
What I want you to do is we're gonna go ahead and whisk start whisking this.
Okay. Middle again?
Yep, in the middle. Make sure your wires are touching the bowl.
Okay.
Get some of those in. And I'm just trying to see how you're holding your whisk.
Yeah.
You're holding it like this, which means your fingers are wrapping around on the outside. I want you to come around.
Okay.
And the back of your hand is facing you, and you can really get your elbow grease going in that. Let's go ahead and try that. Yes, yes.
Okay.
And then you always hold your bowl. And relax your body. Chill out. We're having fun,
We
damn
are
it.
having fun. I know. I'm actually thinking about how you taught me how to hold a knife and chop garlic.
Oh yeah. See how we're now. See how it's in the
yes.
center. Now see, this is where you actually need the elbow grease. Yep. And then you keep incorporating. You're doing good. Does it feel more stable for you? Does it feel like you can beat it better? You've got all the lumps out. We're gonna put our 5 eggs and our 5 yolks in. So go ahead and do that.
No egg whites. They're out of the recipe.
Egg whites are out of the recipe. We're gonna use them for a later day.
Perfect.
We're gonna make marshmallows with them.
Yeah, obviously, like 1,500 marshmallows.
Okay, so we're gonna do this, and this is the same thing. The reason why I have everyone start whisking in the center, it can help prevent lumps. It really can. So, yep, you're gonna make your emulsification. Just think, you're always making a little emulsification when you're doing these. And also, if this is full of flour, you start being aggressive. Flour is gonna go everywhere. Even if you're making chocolate chip cookies, keep it tight, keep it tight. Perfect, and we're gonna pop. We're gonna pop you, pop you, pop you. So it's perfect. Do you see how your hand motion is so important? And I just stay right in that middle of that bowl until it's fully incorporated. Now we're gonna have less chunks. So as we incorporate it, now you kind of come out to the outside. Yep, and go like that. And then you're gonna use elbow grease, and then we're gonna add our flour. But let's get the lumps out. This is something that, you just need to get the lumps out between every stage. Okay. Baking is all about your 5 senses. Okay? So you've got to feel things, you've got to hear things, you've got to taste things. What sense am I missing?
Smell.
Smell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you have to smell if something's burning.
Yeah.
You have to hear the mixer. If the mixer sounds weird and, it's going, something's wrong with your dough, or you have to constantly feel it.
Yeah.
You're like, smell. We're missing smell, which is a really, really, but also it's so good just to know, I'm going to use all my senses.
Yes.
And that's why I think it is such a good experience for kids and adults to bake for themselves, because it's like this creative, but it's a fun experience, but then it's an outlet, right? Okay, so go ahead.
Are the bubbles okay? There's a few bubbles
There's a few bubbles, so I'm gonna say there's some things that you don't want a lot of bubbles in, and this is not one of them. Look at how pretty it is. Look at how pretty. Okay, we're gonna add our flour, 1 cup.
That's it, okay.
I love it. And this is AP flour. It's totally fine. I don't want you to use cake flour in this, but if you had pastry flour laying around and you didn't want to go to the store, because everyone has pastry flour lying around, don't you? No, don't, and you could actually use bread flour.
Just 1 cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have bread flour, pastry flour, and no AP, go ahead and just use those.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll notice that this is gonna go through a lot quicker. Watch this. Now we don't even, look at it. It's just powdered sugar is a little bit
thicker.
So yeah, it's just a different grind. And you hear that? You're touching the bowl. You can feel it. Okay, amazing.
All right.
And I'm gonna do something that's kind of fun, but you actually use your sense of touch more than any, I think, besides taste, a lot in cooking. Because you're always feeling if there's something at the bottom of your bowl, but I see some air bubbles because we're using a whisk.
Right.
You maybe can't tell that if there's lumps in there, right? So I know, let's get dirty. I literally go like that. I'm gonna have to have you do that because I want you to you would feel lumps in it.
No
so
lumps.
just kind of once and done. You feel how smooth that is?
So
See?
smooth and fluffy.
I like when people can feel the difference.
Oh, it is, because usually I don't touch it.
The ginger Elizabeth difference. That's so cheesy. I didn't want to forget it. Our salt.
Okay.
We love salt. So we're gonna go ahead and add a half a teaspoon. I have kosher salt right here.
Perfect.
I told you, I don't want anyone going out and buying fancy equipment for this. So some people might have some ramekins in their house. I'm sure someone was gifted some of these weird silicone molds that no one uses in their house. They're a standalone, so you don't have to put them in a muffin pan. Everyone, most everyone, I guess unless you're a college kid, has a muffin pan.
Yeah.
You might have a mug.
Yeah.
And so you can actually bake these in mugs, and you don't want to fill them all the way to the top, obviously. You're always going to want to fill it, about halfway, depending on how tall the vessel is. I've got some on the teacups because they're a little bit more, they kind of come down differently. We're going to butter these, and pretty much on these, I'm just going to spray these and we're going to flour everything. These are silicone, so we're not going to touch them.
Okay.
And you don't want to put fat on silicone. It won't last as long unless you want to just use them and get rid of them.
Yeah.
Be like, how many times can I use these until they die and I don't have to have them in my,
Okay.
I'm kidding. Let's get dirty. Okay, cool. So we'll do that, and then let's just spray the rest of these. I've got an avocado oil spray, which I really like, so I'm gonna spray these. You have a really old muffin pan, muffin tin, and you've just used and abused it. I don't know if you want to make sure these come out, right? So we're just gonna do a tiny little sprinkle of flour.
So the flour acts as like a barrier almost?
The flour is gonna help, basically, it's just gonna assist, yes, it does. It'll assist the oil in making it release. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get some of the excess out of these right here. Yep, and you can just like kind of keep rolling it over. There you go. Roll them, roll them, roll them.
Okay.
All right, next we're gonna portion this out. Let's talk about my favorite thing, portion scoops.
Okay.
Okay, this is a number, well, it's a blue scoop, it's a number 16. So what a number 16 means is 16 of these to fill up a quart. But what they are good for is making sure you're consistent, especially if you're having a dinner party or something. You don't want someone's molten cake this high and someone else's molten cake. Another thing, the reason why we portion, they all will bake the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good one for like muffins, things like that. We want to use them.
Okay.
You're gonna come up the side, okay, and then you're gonna do one click.
Okay.
You're gonna do one click. If you start doing half clicks, it's gonna stick, and that's okay too. It's still a portion.
Use my
Oh, this is a right-handed. Oh, you did it with your index finger. I love it. Good job.
Improvise, you know?
You're just a left-handed girl living in a right-handed world, and I'm so sorry, but they don't design these for lefties. Okay, cool. So we will get that going in a minute. Okay, let's do our teacups. So if we're gonna do our teacups, or you're gonna do a mug, and something else, like you don't have to unmold these. Like you could just, when they come out of the oven, you can just eat them up, put some whipped cream on it or whatever and eat them with the spoon. So, no excuses not to make these. Okay, we're gonna go halfway up on the tea, and I would go halfway up on a mug. I wouldn't do more than that. If you filled those up, they'd take a lot longer to bake. So we're gonna get those in the oven. Do 4 of these. Perfect, we've got our teacups, and then we'll have, now these are big, but I wanted to show everyone because how cute would like a little dessert for 2 be?
Oh, especially with Valentine's Day around the corner.
Yeah, that's true. It's coming up.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do scoop, scoop. So another thing, if you don't have portion scoops, we've got these little spoonulas that you can just eyeball it, right? So you're just gonna fill all these little containers, about 2/3. If it's a larger, taller container, pretend that it's shorter and like envision that it's still 2/3. The metal is gonna conduct heat quicker than anything. So we're gonna go ahead and just set an 8-minute timer and grab the muffin tin. Okay. Yep. Most ovens do not run at the temperature they're set to. So it's nice actually to get a little thermometer and put it inside. When recipes give you a time, it's a rough estimate, right? It could be a few minutes before or a few minutes after. So like we did all different sizes of cake today. And one was silicone, one was ceramic, and one was metal, right? So they conduct heat differently. So the first thing that is gonna be done is our muffin pans. Those are gonna be about 8 minutes. And then we're gonna kind of take a look at the silicone. They might need 1 more minute on top of that, and then we'll go to the teacups, and then we'll go to the cake for 2. All right, so I'm kind of gonna show you here. On the outside, these cakes should be baked about 1/2 inch. You're gonna feel them on the outside, and it's gonna kind of bounce back, but it's gonna be completely liquid in the center. And these are, the muffin pans are about 8 8 minutes. If these souffle more, you're not gonna have a molten cake, you're gonna have a brownie bite. So it looks like our ceramic are almost done. Silicone are done. So the only thing that doesn't look done to me right now, I'm gonna put is the cake for two. I want these to cool just ever so slightly so we can unmold them. So if these overcool, you're gonna have a hard time coming out because the fat will re-solidify. So your fat's all warm, it's ready to come out, but your molten cakes are not ready to come out. They need to chill out literally for 5 to 10 minutes, but beyond that, just get them unmolded, right? Because you don't want that fat on the outside is so happy and slippery right now. You just want to be like, come out, unmold. These are gonna slip out, but I do think it's good measure to just run a knife around them. My kids put a spoon in the knife area. When you're doing unmolding anything like this, if you're unmolding a cake, you always want to feel the metal to the knife. Not that you're scraping the metal, but if you don't feel metal, what are you doing? You're in the middle of the cake.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So I like to just go along. Oh, these are nice. See, these weren't like this a minute ago. You really have to let these cool. Okay. So what I do think is a good idea is to put your fingers here and go.
Okay.
One little taparoo. We did good. Yay. I really like powdered sugar on these little cakes, and I don't like to get powdered sugar on my plate, so I'm just gonna go ahead and powder sugar them right now. You do want to eat these warm, right?
It really finishes the look.
That's so good. So good. We're gonna test our silicone out. I kind of pulled it back.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh my God, I have to. Okay, I have to. It's gonna, are you ready? Oh shoot. Oh my goodness. Oh. Make sure to put a seasonal fruit. I'm not gonna go bust out some strawberries right now because it's whatever month it is. It's January. So what do we have in January? We have some orange. Yes, we have a lot of citrus.
All right, show me how to plate this.
All right, I've got our Ginger Elizabeth raspberry rose jam. This is made with Saturn Farms raspberries. Mix it. So you do a spoon. And then you just go like that. Drag your spoon through. Yep, you got it.
All right.
Don't overthink any of it, right? So we got the caramel. Love the California sea salt. We can just kind of do like a continuous circle like that. And let's see if this thing unmolds. This one's big, so I'm gonna just check the corner of it. All right. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
We'll just do some powdered sugar right on top. You know I'm obsessed with farmers, our farmers market. We can take citrus, and this is called supreming. And you could do whipped cream, you could kind of do whatever. I'm gonna set these around. Okay, are we ready?
I am so excited.
Spoons up. Woo! Okay. Oh. Yes, that's what you want.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do a bite. A little bit of jam.
The raspberry jam.
So good. Should we taste it with the caramel sauce?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, stop.
Oh my gosh.
See on the side how it was baked? It looks amazing. And I have one other little tip for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Because actually this is the most exciting tip that everyone needs to know. Okay. These have been in my freezer for a few weeks. So what you can do is do these ahead of time, unmold them, freeze them, and then bring them to room temperature for a few hours. So they're not frozen in the center anymore, right?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Now I am gonna give you the secret to heating up molten cakes. You can microwave them for 20 seconds.
Okay.
And what happens with the microwave is it goes right into the center and it liquefies it. Now if you did it for a minute,
too much.
Baked. You can't put these in the oven to reheat them. What is gonna happen if you take room temperature already baked molten cakes and put them in the oven? They're gonna bake all the way through. Even to get that molten hot again, it's gonna bake. Shall we check it out?
Yeah,
Okay, this was 25 seconds.
Okay.
And you know, every microwave is gonna be different. Now it's never gonna be as liquid as when they come right out of the oven. Okay, but it should be pretty darn, pretty darn good. regardless if it's molten cake or even if you end up messing it up and you bake it all the way through, it's the best little cake.
It's so good. And you made it so easy and doable. And like an 8-year-old can do it.
Thank you so much. It's been
Thank you.
so
This
fun.
is so great. I hope I get to be coming again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, so fun. Hey, welcome to the YouTube world.
Thank you. I love it.